Hi, online English Composition 1 students. This week you are sharing your rough draft of your Essay 1, which is the process analysis essay, which covers topics like how to budget, how to get along with roommates, how to pick a major, all of those things related to being a first-time student writing to first-time students. And by Thursday of this week, you are submitting your rough draft to the week 3 discussion board. So it will be viewable by everybody. And then by Sunday of this week, I'm asking that you provide feedback to at least 2 of your peers. And to provide that feedback, I've put a process analysis peer review sheet up on the discussion board. So you are going to read your 2 other peers' essays, and you're going to use this sheet to provide feedback. It is a 2-page sheet, so read their draft first and then go through and try as best as you can to answer the questions related to this peer review sheet. So it's asking you to look for things that work well, things that could use a little bit more development, and to identify some of the major areas of the essay, like the thesis statement, which is the main point of your essay, usually the last sentence of the introductory paragraph. And then it's going to direct you to focus on things related to this particular essay assignment, the process analysis mode of writing, so that you're using you and your or you understood. You're not varying your pronouns a lot from I to me to he to she to they. You're using you to directly address the reader, and that you're telling the directions in present tense, so to do them now, and that's consistent. And then there's some areas asking you to look at the individual intro, body, conclusion, and formatting. There is a video up, I believe, in last week's folder on MLA formatting and how to do that. MLA stands for Modern Language Association. It's how we format our paper as far as the spacing and the materials required on the top of page 1, in addition to how we cite our sources. And then at the bottom of page 2, just an overall evaluation of how everything's working together. So one of the components of writing a good paragraph is that all of the points in the paragraph fit, they're unified, they are logical, and they're understandable, so they cohere. They have enough examples and details, whether that's personal experiences, examples, facts, quotes, and then you still sound like you in your writing. You're not trying to sound like an academic robot, if you will. And then lastly, and least importantly at this stage of the development of your essay, is grammar, punctuation, spelling. That will come later, but focus more on the content right now. So read your 2 essays of your 2 peers. Use this sheet to give them feedback. You can save this, so maybe I would save it as, if I'm doing one for somebody named Abby, I would file save it as Abby's edits or Abby's peer review, and then upload that back to the discussion board. That way Abby can see the comments that you've given her, and she can use your suggestions to decide if she wants to make edits to her rough draft versus her final draft. We do this for a couple reasons, because often as the primary author, we are very close to our work and we might not see things that other people outside of our brains can see, like gaps in information, or just a sentence that doesn't make sense, or an attention getter that doesn't work. And we start to be able to see where our classmates are in their writing. We might see something that's done really well that we want to try to emulate in our own writing. So it allows us to be more critical thinkers and critical readers. And I know I still have peers look at some of my writing before I send it out. If it's a really important email that's going to upper administrators, I want somebody else to take a look at it, make sure that I'm getting my message across, that my tone is appropriate, and that it's not too long, not too short. Or if I'm submitting a grant, I might have somebody look at that too. So in the workplace, we definitely still, I know our English department, we draft and we share and we revise together. And oftentimes more eyes are better than one pair of eyes. The other thing I want to remind you of is that to be kind in your feedback. Don't give feedback that you wouldn't yourself want to receive. Remember, you're critiquing the work and not the person. And as the author, it's your choice whether you take the constructive feedback you're given or not. You might get 2 people who say completely different things, like, I love your intro, or one person that says, I don't find it that attention getting, I think you should do something else. And you as the author have to decide, who do I go with? And you as the author have that right. So again, Be kind in your feedback, give constructive feedback, try to focus it on what's on the sheet. You are welcome to make comments within the person's actual draft itself, but some people might upload in a PDF, and those are hard to give feedback on. So focus on the sheet, upload your sheet, your completed sheet up to the discussion board again so the authors can see your feedback, can open it and use it to make adjustments before they submit their final drafts next week. So I hope that helps with the peer review process. I know it can be intimidating to share your work, but remember that it's a reflection of you, and that's intimidating to feel like people are judging that, but we're all judging it in a way to help you become a better writer and to present your ideas, to communicate them in a way that is successful. And sometimes we need a little direction with that. I know I still do in a lot of ways when I write, and especially if it's a high stakes writing project. So hopefully over the course of the term we get comfortable with doing that, and I'll try to place you or try to have you pick people that are different each time you do this so you're not working with the same people all the time. But I've kind of left it free for you to decide who you want to give feedback on. I often find that people who post first will pick the people who are also posting first, and the people who are waiting till the last minute will pick the people who are doing it a little later. So however you want to do it, pick two people, give them feedback, and hopefully that works. If it doesn't, we'll figure out a different way for the next time. All right, as always, let me know if you have questions. Have a happy peer review session and happy writing. Thanks.